Someone's saying the new Tool album is good. Oh, someone says the new Tool album is good. Let me just go ahead.
Have you actually heard it?
I liked it.
Oh my god!
It was pretty good.
Hey, you want to know what? Was it Lateralis number 5? Is that what the name of the album was?
Lateralis, yeah.
Lateralis number 5. And what was the last album before that? Lateralis number 4.
50,000. Hey, look. They're not all Lateralis.
18 fucking years for them to go, let's just phone in a couple of jams and then make them 20-minute songs. Yeah, let's do that.
They're still exploring it. They're still making pummeling riffs.
It was just like all the B-sides from Lateralis. That's all they did. They just played all the B-sides from Lateralis in reverse and called it a new record. So the guy could go back to the singer guy could go back to like babysitting grapes out in fucking Mexico or Arizona or whatever.
That Tool Jonas Brothers collaboration, man. They'd been hyping that up for so long and we never got it.
They're not my favorite boy band.
Not going to be any Tool Justin Bieber collaborations. You guys see that?
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, Maynard publicly dissing on Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber came out online, basically posting some Tool lyrics saying that he's a fan. And then Maynard just says, bummer. This sucks so bad that Justin Bieber is a fan of mine.
That's the kind of band I love. Just the band that just shits all over their fans. By the way, if you are a fan of the Cameron Clarke Show, you are a piece of shit, and you are not worthy to listen to this.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, fuck you.
You're not worthy for these deep philosophical musings.
There's only really one person who listens to this other than
Me?
us. No, it's this one English guy. By the way, we got a review.
Oh, is it the guy that hates you?
Yeah. Check this out. This is a review of the first Cameron Clarke Show episode. Very first review. He says, after skipping the 7-minute musical intro, I was met with a wall of voices. Clarke announces that the subject of the episode will be death and mortality, or something. I find myself mentally transported back to high school debate club, and think to myself, I'm sure this subject has been done before. The podcast has very little direction. At one point, someone gets out a 3-string guitar and a wall of out-of-tune twanging ensues. Cameron tries in vain to control the crowd and direct the episode.
No, you didn't.
No, I
try to control shit.
Everyone's microphones have different tonal characteristics. One guy sounds like he's in a wind tunnel. Another sounds like he's running his mic through a fuzz pedal. Another has a barking dog in the background. And at one point, there is a disgusting growling noise that sounded like a person with tuberculosis deep-throated a microphone. And one person starts pissing.
What's wrong with that?
That was the first episode, all right. I remember most of that.
Oh, he didn't even like the lobster bit. Fuck that guy. He's a cunt.
This is describing us as being like in a back alley with a bunch of fucking stray chickens.
Tom, I know you're listening to this. I don't think you quite understand where we're coming from with this podcast. We're trying to make something that's got content, something that's got food for the soul, something to chew on.
The word poignant.
I like food.
This is abstract podcasting, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, no, it's not supposed to be some shiny, polished product for you to listen to with your fucking yuppie wife and her kids.
That piece of shit, he just can't appreciate art. That's just all it is. He just can't appreciate art. That
modern
piece
art.
of shit.
Where's Mo Diggity? I'm gonna put his fucking head in the toilet.
We're not gonna get too deep into the art hole tonight.
But I want to go deep in the
already
art
elevated.
hole. I want
As
to
soon
go
as you
real
mentioned
deep
art,
in the art hole.
my eyes sharpened like pins, and I was ready to fucking. Who said art?
How do you feel about modern art, DatGuyFoss?
It's fucking just lame. Just oh my god.
Uh-oh.
A modern art is the dumbest fucking shit ever. It's like you can put like a walrus on like a live stage and just start stabbing the fucking shit out of it and being like, I'm deep, deal with it, you fucking retard. If you don't get this, if you don't get what I'm doing, if you don't get it, then you're a fucking moron. You aren't on my level. And you just start stabbing the shit out of this live walrus, and then like all the fucking posers are just giving you a golf clap and being like, oh my god, I get it. It's commentary on capitalism. Always just say it's a commentary on capitalism or how people are oppressed or some shit. And it's like, we're being oppressed, just like I'm oppressing this walrus by stabbing it in the face.
Well, see, that's deep.
Yeah, and then just pull off your pants and just start fucking in the ass and being like, this is what the government's doing to us. Don't you get it? They're fucking us in the asshole, just like I'm doing to this animal. Modern art, that's all it is. It's a walrus getting fucked in the ass.
Let me go
Sounds
and follow
nice.
up this question with DatGuyFoss. Have you ever been to a 4-year college?
Unfortunately, yes.
Completed?
No, the college I went to was like in the middle of the woods. So I had a lot more fun just going off into the middle of the woods and getting high and chain smoking with like veterans and getting drunk and
All
shit.
right, so I'm just going to string this out. I'm just going to string this together. The reason why you don't like modern art or don't understand it is because you did not finish college.
Oh.
Are you calling me uneducated? Is that why you're saying I don't like modern art?
Bada bing, God, it's so easy. It's just like they just open themselves up to saying they're stupid. It's great.
I'm not gonna say modern art. I'm not gonna say modern art is bad. I'm gonna say all art is bad. Fuck art.
Yeah, okay, I'm down with
Fuck
that.
melody. Fuck compose.
Fuck all of it. Paintings.
Yeah.
Art
fuck
is
it.
over.
Anything that's art. Fuck all of it.
No, this is supposed to be art. What we're doing is
No.
art.
Fuck
No,
that.
what
then.
we're doing here is comedy, which is different than art. You better get your specifics
No,
right.
no.
This
Comedy
is
is
barely comedy.
Or unless I
This is
hear
a serious show.
Yeah, it is a serious
it's
show.
a serious show about fucking comedy. I mean, it's a comedy show about serious stuff.
I brought my notes today, okay? I brought my notes.
All right.
God damn, I'm so glad you dug out a whole garbage can of stuff. Ooh, I'm clapping.
I'm prepared for whatever it is. What are we doing today?
All right. So I guess we'll get to the topic of today, which is we're gonna talk about choices. You know,
I made all the wrong ones.
No, you didn't. You still have most of your teeth.
I have a feeling that most of us make very poor decisions, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it. So, would any of you say that you're good decision makers? That you're
Yes.
decisive.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I know regrets. I live regrets.
What about you? Get stabbed. Are you
Get
decisive?
it done. I finish it up. I get it done.
Okay, so we got what, like a half and half kind of thing going right now. Me personally, I'm pretty decisive, I think.
Decisively get shit done.
Yeah. So get stabbed. How long do you say? How long do you think it takes you to make a decision? Usually, like a tough one.
A tough one. The
Yeah.
harder it is, the longer it takes. But usually pretty quick. It's based off of difficulty. That's a good sip. Thank you.
Just providing some ASMR, filling in the noise, you know.
Thank you.
I like it.
So that guy Foss, would you say you're not decisive?
No, I'm too decisive. The harder the decision, the quicker I make it.
Okay. Well, do you ever dwell on wrong decisions, wrong choices?
If I dwelt on the wrong decisions, I wouldn't have time to make more wrong decisions.
So you're decisive, but not a good decision maker.
Well, let's go with that.
All right. So that guy Foss, you're walking down the street and you see a $20 bill.
Is it enough to buy me alcohol and cigarettes? Then hell
Yeah.
yeah, it's mine.
Well, there's a person, up ahead of you who may have dropped it. Do you go and try to return it to the person, or do you just keep it?
I tell them I have $20 and hey bro, if you're looking down and if you're feeling down, let's go get drunk. I'm very generous with other people's money.
So you split it. That's I don't know. I can sort of respect that.
Why would you do that? I'd just be like, hey, is this your money? It's mine now. Losers weep. Finders keepers.
God, what a fucking asshole, man.
I found it.
His own money.
He dropped it.
I probably did more work picking up that $20 bill off the ground than he did to earn it. That way, it's my right to have it now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
At the very least, I would tell him I found it and then charge him to a fist fight. Like, just challenge him. Hey, bro, you want your $20 back? You gotta fight me for it, you fucking pussy.
I'm a pacifist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just an asshole and I'll take the money.
That's probably the easiest way to go. Just do
That was the
that.
answer I was looking for. Thank you, Chad Virginson.
Of course, Cameron Clarke.
All right. So if any of you ever had to say choose between passion and money, like the financial means, getting a job.
I am broke, so I always go with passion. And
Money.
I am broke, and I regret being passionate. Because now I'm just passionate about being filled with regrets. The only passion I know is my deep, deep hatred for myself.
I thought you were gonna say something constructive.
I mean, I'm sure you could turn it into something constructive. You ever get into goth rock? That guy Foss.
Lately, I have been listening to a little too much music from the 80s. I'm not sure how I feel about it. That might have something to do with it.
You know, it's really easy. You just start wearing all black and you paint your fingernails black.
I said I like music from the 80s. I didn't say I was a complete...
I don't know. Looking at your avatar, it's looking pretty likely.
Now, all the straight dudes were painting their nails in the 80s. It was just a thing that they did.
Why don't you figure out what Bajas is?
Man, I was watching a Depeche Mode interview the other day. You ever see those guys?
Man,
in their prime.
Those guys are fucking amazing, dude. Hey, Dave Gahan has still got it, man.
By the way,
dude, that sexy pigeon walk he's got going on, man, amazing. That guy's got moves.
Well, I was watching this video of them from like the early 80s, and it's like these motherfuckers, they're like 20-year-old little fucking dorky kids.
Speak and Spell still sucks, okay? That's like one of my least favorite records of all time.
Isn't that their first one?
Yeah, God, I just can't get it enough. I just can't get it. Shut the fuck up! It's amazing that they went on to be like one of my favorite bands of all time, considering like, God, just how awful that first record is.
When we gonna start talking about Ministry?
I really am not a huge fan of Depeche Mode, but I really do like that
You're
first
not a
album.
fan? Fuck you!
No, Speak and Spell, great album.
Fuck you, really? Just get fucked. God, you don't know anything. You put all this shit up, and then you say Speak and Spell is a good album. The least you could say is like music for the masses if you're going for their 80s synth shit.
It's too dark. It's all too dark.
Oh, you're one of those guys. It's too dark. It's too dark. It's not fucking dark at all. Where are you getting this shit?
Well, I don't have the gothic sensibilities of you and
No,
Get
you gotta
Stabbed,
understand.
you know?
Cameron Clarke is the Gary Newman Devo type of fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's the problem with them.
Oh shit! Am I really the goth guy of this podcast? Please tell me that's
Not as much as me. Don't worry.
Oh shit! Well, thank you for being here. Get Stabbed. I would have thought you would have had much brighter sensibilities with your name.
Not to get too carried away here, but I think we might have a good goth, bad goth dynamic going on.
Good goth, bad goth. That's a great bit. I love it.
I don't want to jump the gun, but I think we might have that here.
Why do I keep flip-flopping between fucking good goth, bad goth relative to whoever it is I'm talking to? What's the fucking deal?
All right. Well, we're gonna fucking develop this. I'm gonna bring in some goth news. Oh no, actually, I got some goth news right now. We're gonna find out.
Break it out.
Which of
Breaking
you
news.
is the good goth and which of you is the bad goth? All right. So recently, Billie Eilish has come out saying that her trolls need to find better creative insults.
Who's Billy?
Because you don't know who Billie Eilish is?
No.
Do either of the goths know who Billie Eilish is?
I sure do.
I've heard the name, but I don't give a fuck.
Well,
Yeah,
she's like a new goth, NU goth.
Oh no!
Nah, that bullshit she is.
It's spooky, edgy music for girls who are too meek to ask for more condiments at the Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
But wait, didn't we already have Portishead for that? Those guys are fucking awesome.
You're showing your age.
Yeah, nobody knows Portishead now.
What? Oh my god! What the fuck is wrong with the kids these days?
Well, nothing.
Yeah,
They
other
have
stuff.
Billie Eilish now. It's basically the modern Portishead.
Billie
when you think
Eilish,
about it.
man. I don't. God, this new goth shit. Oh, God. Oh.
What's wrong with
Oh.
modern goth?
Oh, we got
I'm not
another
a goth.
pastel goth hater over here. Listen,
Pastel goth? What the fuck is that shit? It can't be pastels. What the
it's
fuck?
the new wave.
All right, so I think we know which goth is the good goth and which goth is the bad goth.
Post new wave? Is that what we're coming to now? Post new wave? This new wave, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is wrong with everything?
Going into a goth's rage right now. Crab goth's rage.
I'm sorry, I got a little heated there.
Never
Ripped your
apologize.
You ripped your fucking fishnet a little bit.
I don't wear fishnets, okay?
What are you doing? What do you just look like a fucking Columbine kid or something?
Hey, yeah, well, the Columbine kids, yeah, that was my crew. The Columbine kids.
Oh, were you part of the trench coat mafia?
Yeah, I could never really pull off a trench coat that well, but, you know, it's just like, yeah, I never really worked that well.
Were you a bowl cut and fucking big ball chain necklace type of cat?
No, I wasn't that guy. I was more just like leather jacket and black jeans type. Still am, unfortunately, but
I feel about
So you dressed like a 50s greaser?
Hold on, what was
yes, 50s greaser. That's my aesthetic. Actually, yes. Bringing the 50s greaser aesthetic into the goth world. That's what I'm doing. The Cure is. I don't get the Cure. I'm not really that into it, but I mean, I don't know.
You have to be tender.
Tender? Fuck that shit.
I like tender.
I like
So the
chicken
Cure is for
tenders.
you.
What about Morrissey? Is he goth?
Fuck him. Ooh,
Yeah,
Prince
fuck
fucking
him.
sticking. Fuck him. Boo.
Look, I'm not asking
fucking
for
right.
Boo Morrissey.
Morrissey is a person. I'm asking whether or not you think he's a goth.
No, he's a fucking loser.
Fucking
Okay.
idiot.
Moron. Piece of
Fucking
shit.
get the rotten fruit. Fucking throw up on him.
You guys really
God,
don't like
just tie
Morrissey.
him down and set him on fire. Sacrifice him to the great Lord Satan.
You know, what did Morrissey ever do to you?
He's
He
he's
existed.
an asshole.
Is it because he's telling you not to eat meat?
No.
That too.
He's a
Animals-
he's a dipshit. He's just a fucking idiot. He ruined every song he ever made that was ever good by opening his fucking mouth afterwards. Oh, he sucks. Fuck him.
I mean, isn't there a case for separating the art from the artist?
Not when he constantly talks more than he sings.
Not his art,
I think everybody talks more than they sing in general.
but he doesn't even sing. Or maybe he
Please,
does.
please, can I get what I want? Fuck off.
That's why I thought he was goth, because he sings like that. I mean, maybe there's not enough reverb on his voice to be truly goth rock, but I think the Smiths have a little bit of that post punk.
Does
goth.
anyone here listen to Alien Sex Fiend?
I've heard the name, but I've
God
not actually sat down and
fucking
listened to
damn,
him.
another
That's
Except
it.
for Alien Ant Farm.
Oh, God, you're that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's Cameron Clarke circa 2003, and he's got buzzed hair, but then the two little alien ant spikes in the front of the
Soul patch.
Yeah, the soul patch. Oh man, doing the Guy Fieri while it's still relevant. That's a good look for you, Cameron.
It would have been, but you know.
Oh, I
it was
convinced a guy at my work who's like 23 to wear all of his dragon pendants at once, and he had like 6 of them. And so he's
I
got
must
like a
have-
fucking he's got a boot necklace because he can't wear metal or because it'll green his skin for some shit. And so he's got like these 6 kind of weird metal and then stone looking dragon pendants all around. And I convinced him that that's cool. And you know what? It kind of is, because women talk to him now about his fucking dragon pendants and what they all mean.
So really, the joke's on you.
Yeah. I played myself into making a person more self-confident.
Yeah.
Whoops.
God, that's like the sad shit, though, is like all this nerd shit is just so popular now. And like, I just pretty much washed my hands of so much of that shit. And now it's like everywhere. And that's what like all the chicks are into. They're like, oh my God, you're all about that Naruto running and shit.
Yeah, now you gotta come back with your tail in between your legs and be like, yeah, I like anime. I like anime again. It's cool.
Can you
Like,
imagine? You can only get in bed for sexual contact if you do the Naruto run to the bed.
But that's it. Like, if you Naruto ran like right in the bed, oh dude, there's so many girls now that would like drop panties for that shit, and I'm like, I
don't think. Look, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't think that there are really people like that. I don't think they, or if they are.
No, there are. No, you'd be so
I don't know.
disappointed.
It would be too. I would just have to like curl my knees up and go, "What do you
Is
do?"
the new sexual dominant term going to be Hokage instead of daddy?
You give it Give it a few years. Yes, it's not going to take long.
Harder, Hokage.
I'm like, God, the shit that used to get me shoved into trash cans is now getting people laid. I don't fucking get it.
Culture changed. Internet's been around for longer.
Didn't they Naruto run in the Area 51 raid?
Fuck that.
One guy did, but I don't know. Nobody actually Naruto ran into Area 51.
What actually happened there? It was just people standing around and playing music on their acoustic guitars.
They
or
literally
something?
Naruto run there.
No, like it wasn't like 12 people that actually showed up.
A few hundred or 1,000 showed up, but then people realized that, like, oh yeah, if we actually try and get in, they're gonna shoot us. So maybe we should just not do this.
It's not like they would keep shit there anyway. If everybody thinks there's aliens at Area 51, why the fuck would they keep them there? Like, that's retarded.
People figured out that it's like, oh yeah, even if we see shit, then like, what's the point? Like, or that you'd have to get in, and that, you know, one soldier would be capable of taking out like 100 people on their own, and people just did the math and realized that like, this is not worth it to like get shot over. So we're just gonna.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like,
people.
Do you really think that they would have actually fired on to a group of fucking people just because that they were playing some internet joke? I mean, in this day and age, with people who are manning the guns who are under the age of fucking 50 and have not
Rubber
seen
bullets.
war.
Well, maybe rubber bullets, but they like actually live firing on just because a meme, which the government and the CIA all know is a fucking meme. The collection is a meme, which is why they didn't send mass groups of police out to arrest them for even collectivizing out in the fucking desert to begin with. I just don't understand.
They had cops out there, and they had people undercover, and that really freaked people out also. And that's what kept people from like not doing anything, is just because they had spooks out there, and like people being like, hey man, you know, if you go out there, you're gonna get shot. They basically people were just too freaked out to do anything. And like a few people, I guess, went up to the gate. One person was arrested for going up to the gate. Another person was detained, but that was about it. Like, they didn't do anything to anyone for like getting close or being there, but like,
yeah, but even if a mass of people were to walk towards the gate, I highly doubt there's gonna be a huge fucking open fire situation. They're not fucking...
Not towards the gate, but basically, like, yeah, if you cross this gate, you're trespassing, so we have every right to do this. And they
you have the right.
warned
Yeah,
people,
rights are
but
one thing. Humanity gets in the way of everything else.
Humanity is a lie, man.
It says you're a fucking human.
Just because I am a human does not mean I identify as one. I'm a toaster, remember?
No.
I would like it if you referred to me as my preferred pronoun, okay? Do not refer to me as a filthy human. I toast bread.
Don't you do this to us.
Okay, look.
Humans are filthy, disgusting creatures, and I was hoping that they would just get open fired on, okay? That's all I was hoping for, was people to get shot. I was disappointed.
See, that's psychopath shit. Come on now. You know better.
No, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily psychopath shit. It's just wanting to see action. You know, you get all these people.
Yeah, and then what's the action?
Like
what's the context that forms that action? What does the action mean? Oh, you're opening fire on the mass.
Action, cleansing. What's the difference?
Warhammer 40K sucks.
What?
Hey,
that was a general statement.
I mean,
am I bad goth yet?
Yeah, you're the bad goth.
Fuck yeah.
What are your?
I'm gonna go write some poetry about all this afterwards. Maybe I'll post it.
What would you say is the most iconic goth film of all time?
Goth film? I'm not really actually that down with like goth culture and stuff. I remember like anytime.
This is how you're gonna get in touch with it.
When you think of a movie, what makes you think goth?
The Wizard of Oz. I don't know.
What's goth about the Wizard of Oz?
I don't know. Like, but anytime I get anywhere like close to goth culture, I'm like, I don't think I really want to be here. I remember like I went to this like club with this goth club with this chick, and they played like 3 different covers of "Enjoy the Silence" by Depeche Mode, and I was like, that's too many covers of one song. And
that's not a good.
There was like so many anime girls there. Like this one chick came up to me and like introduced herself as Pikachu and like, and she just demanded to be called Pikachu, and I kept asking like people there. I was like, what the hell's up with this chick? And she was dressed up as like Edward Ulrich from Full Metal Alchemist. And
hell yeah!
Asked everybody to call her Pikachu. She did have a nice rack, but everybody's like, oh, her, that's just Pikachu. Don't mind her. There's like this other chick who was like fucking wasted, and she had like a set of G's, and she was just like, she was crying like, and she was just like, because she wanted to give some dude head, but she's like, I can't because I'm celibate. Don't you understand? I'm celibate. I want to give him head so bad, but I'm celibate.
Hell yeah.
So like, I don't know, I've never really, it was something. So I ended up just getting drunk, and then like I found like the only other like normalish person there. It was like this dude wearing like a Rancid shirt, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, Rancid, they're pretty sweet. Like, and then we just started talking like about Rancid and transplants and like just Warped Tour shit, and we got along good. And then we just like watched all the madness unfold. There was some Japanese chick that didn't speak any English, and she just got really drunk and tried to throw herself on the bouncer and like was just trying to make out with him like the whole time. It was fucking nuts, man. You wanna see him go to a goth club. It's interesting.
You know, this really does sound like any sort of like party experience. I mean, most of the people you're not gonna really get along with. They're all in their own sort of bubble. But then you did eventually find someone you got along with.
Yeah. Except in a golf club, there's a lot more Depeche Mode covers. It's just they played really badly, and anime girls.
You're having trad goth problems. What that means is that you're having to deal with an interjection of everything else but goth culture into the club.
Yeah, like Foss, I think you relate to the goths on like a spiritual and emotional level, but maybe not necessarily
saying spiritual and emotional in terms of goth is a little bit of a contradiction, bro.
Look, your gothic chi is aligned in such a way that you're a purist. Is that better wording for you?
I do like to use the word poser a lot, so maybe.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. Do you smoke cigarettes and just fucking leer at somebody who's trying to fucking look you down?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite hobbies, actually.
Congratulations. Maybe you should just switch to noise. Maybe instead of just trying to fuck around going to goth clubs, go to the noise clubs.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about noise music, DatGuyFoss?
Actually, I have like a real soft spot for it, and part of what aggravates it is I love to get drunk and then put like a lot of noisy shit on at parties. I've come to embrace more like mainstreamish kind of like noise stuff, but
what is that to you?
I guess just the Disco Volante album by Mr. Bungle. I mean, that's like somewhat acceptable noise, but it's not too noisy, and there's still like some structure to it. Oh, all the groans. Oh. Oh no.
I'll give you a chance to try it again. What's a really good noise album to you?
A good noise album? Man, there's like, I don't really listen to like a lot of like noise stuff. Like I need some kind of cohesion.
I'm sort of the same way in terms of like what I like listening to. I love making weird noises when it comes to listening to stuff. I need some kind of like structure or melody or something. Maybe that makes me a plebe. I don't know.
Like, you don't need it. You don't need any of it.
I'm too normal. Okay, give me some noise stuff that like you actually like enjoy. Then what's some noise stuff?
Kazumado Endo's album before While You Were Away is pretty good. Prurient's Dracula Syndrome is a really good fucking album. Sutcliffe Juggins' When Pornography Is No Longer Enough is a great fucking album. Anything by Canjiano is just great. But that's more music. I'll even say that right now. It's like fucking heavy psych jazz noise shit.
All right. Just send me just link a whole bunch of shit or something. I'll give it a listen to sometimes.
All right.
I don't really like noise shit as much these days.
So for the next episode, like in between, in the week in between now and the next episode, we're all going to listen to one of these Noise albums, and we're gonna bring them in and we're gonna review it in the next episode.
I get to pick these things.
We're gonna have a noise.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
it's up
I'm
to
gonna
you.
psychologically traumatize you. Jesus Christ!
So we gotta. Each of us is going to listen to one Noise release and give their honest thoughts. Because I
Did you
think
get
Whole
last
album or
episode,
just
Homer?
song?
God rest your souls.
All right, so noise music, and Steven Universe. All right,
I will
What's
do
the Dream
one of
Journal?
those. Oh, I did the Dream Journal.
Dream
Oh
Journal,
yeah.
seriously? Oh,
So
God.
so last episode we talked about dreams, and I said that we should all keep dream journals and keep track of our dreams. So who has done that? Is
I did.
anybody? So Chad Virginson and
I kept a very detailed, descriptive. I wrote it every day when I woke up
wow.
for 2 fucking weeks. Nothing.
Okay. Nothing.
Not a single fucking one.
Not a single dream.
Nope.
You're fucking with me.
No dreams.
And you don't smoke the ganja, the good.
No, not really.
Very
Same.
strange.
It's not strange. Just don't dream.
Do you I don't know, you drink a lot of caffeine before bed?
No. Pretty much just drink water.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
It's my type of guy.
This is I run into this a lot. There's like a ton of people who don't dream, and it's absolutely fucking bizarre because like I have a lot of dreams that I remember, and
What did you
obviously more
dream
than I
yesterday
don't.
then?
What did I dream yesterday about?
Yeah.
I don't remember. The thing is, like, dreams, unless you really sit down and think about them right after you wake up,
Yeah, that's
you
what
just
the
fucking
dream journal's for. Why didn't you do
Yeah,
that?
exactly. But no, nobody dreams.
No.
That guy
Yeah.
Foss. That guy Foss. Do you dream?
Yeah, to the point now where I'm sick of it. I just want a good night's sleep, but like I feel like I dream so often and like so much that I can't even get proper sleep anymore. It's like just to the point where it's like I'm just awake in a different way. It's really kind of irritating, actually.
Before you go to sleep, just say don't dream.
Man, I try, but geez,
It's really easy.
easy for you, maybe.
Huh?
It's always like the same damn thing too. I'm always like in the same place, and it's like all I want is like a good sandwich and a pack of smokes, but I'm always short on money. It's really irritating, actually. It's always the same
You
damn
should have
thing.
picked up
and,
the
like,
money.
Wait, do you smoke a lot of weed?
Weed?
Yeah.
Not lately, man. Like I wish.
Doesn't that make it so you don't dream?
Does it? No, because I still had like a lot of dreams, even when I smoked like a shit ton of pot. Like no, I've been pretty much stone cold sober for like the last year.
Maybe weed makes you dream.
Aside from the
You know, yeah, I'll try
like
that. I'll
40,
try. I'll
but-
see. I'll see if that will make me dream. I'll give you guys a report next
You're
week.
gonna hit the dispensary?
No, I've got some.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. We're gonna get a weed review next week, also from Chad Virginson.
Bro, straight edge for life.
Strain review. Yeah.
Oh, you're straight edge, Tomas?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back into the music. Minor Threat?
Square. No, I'm sorry. That's cool. Actually, the only way to really rebel anymore is by just not doing anything. Being a good boy is the only true rebellion.
Good luck.
If you
them
want
weeds
that
are up.
edge, you gotta be square.
It's hip to be square, they say. So I've heard.
My drug is podcasting. Cameron Clarke was on my podcast.
I was on your podcast, Tomas. That was a very fun
Be
experience.
friends and next.
Yeah. This
Hey,
guy.
I got the outro. I just figured out the outro.
Not to. I mean, we were getting into some really important
No,
stuff.
I'm
What's your-
just telling you, I
okay.
got the melody for the outro.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh! No, wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong one too.
All right. Take your time.
Yeah. All right, we're getting it. And we'll be ready by the time the end of the show is. Yeah, continue.
I think you got it. I forget what were we talking about? Choices. We were talking about choices.
Wait, give me that melody again.
Oh. Good goth.
That's good. How do you feel about that kind of music, DatGuyFoss?
It's perfect. It bleeds soul.
How would you would you sing over that?
I would prefer not to sing ever again.
Why?
Again? No, there's a story there. Again.
Yeah.
Again,
what happened?
no, I used to make really terrible solo music, and the only stuff I can go back and listen to. I have purged the internet of my music.
Oh, come on, it's got to be somewhere.
I will post like maybe some better instrumentals in here just to whore out any of the stuff that I'm kind of sort of okay with, but nothing with both.
What's wrong with the stuff you sang on? Because personally, I think you got a beautiful voice, DatGuyFoss.
It's amazing, but not when put to music. It was like, well, I mean, there's a whole accusations of being goth thing, but like, okay, but
you got to embrace it. That's the thing. You got to embrace the goth.
Okay, there's some really big issues here because I'm also a little bit of a hipster, so you combine the hipster and the goth thing into like music, and then there's vocals and lyrics. And
seems like it mesh really well.
Yeah, it just sounds like a regular goth to me.
Yeah, goths are just angry hipsters.
Yeah, that's a good point. But no, that is purged from the internet, and good luck ever finding that.
We're not gonna look. We want to encourage you to post it. You know, we're not going to go digging through your. I don't want to say garbage.
You should not be encouraging me to make music.
Why not?
I'm not looking
Just
for
sing
encouragement.
You should do it.
I think that you and Get Stabbed should form a goth duo.
I would
do a live performance right now.
I'd rather try to like Get Stabbed. I think if we formed a band, we would just like hate each other on some like spiritual level.
Well, that's all
good goth band.
That's how the chemistry works in bands.
Yeah, I know. That's why I hate being in bands. The problem with 90% of bands is like y'all end up hating each other, and then the music isn't very good, anyways.
Well, when you end up hating each other, that's just because you become so passionate.
No, it's because I end up stealing all the chicks.
The problem is the result of your passion.
The problem is in my town, though, it's all fat chicks. So, like, I get bored of stealing all the chicks after a while because those aren't chicks that I want to steal, but I only do it out of spite. No chicks for you. I don't care how good they look. You're just not getting any.
I don't really care about any of that. I just want to make spooky music.
All right, so we're talking about choices here.
Yeah, and I'm letting you know. See, I'm giving you insight here. I make bad choices.
From everything I've heard, it sounds like you make good choices, but then you're a little bit.
You chose to be here. That's a good choice.
You're maybe not as decisive as you thought you were, because now you're like you recorded this beautiful music of yourself singing, I assume confidently, and now
you're just insecure.
Now you've deleted it off the internet.
It was quick to choose to delete it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I did not come here to get analyzed. I came here to do analyzing.
Look, analysis is what this podcast is all about, because we at heart are a group of intellectuals, a panel
of big-brained, deep thinking people.
Yeah. And tonight we're here to talk about choices. We're here to talk about.
We're not going to talk about choices, you know it.
All right.
Everyone's not talk about choices. Now. We don't want to talk about choices.
Wait, hold on. Tomas, Chad Virginson, Get Stabbed, and that other guy who's here. Like, what kind of choices do you make?
Yeah.
As far as what choices that I make are
choices.
Well, I get to stay poor too.
You hear me? Choices.
I choose to be straight edge for life.
I choose to be poor.
Right
okay. Yeah. All right. Here we're gonna. All right, Tomas.
All
right. So.
Yes.
All right. You wake up.
I wake.
And you're in this strange laboratory.
What's a laboratory?
It's how you say laboratory if you're smart.
Oh, why didn't you just say lab?
You know, I between you and me, Tomas, I'm not the smartest guy, and I like to sort of play up my intelligence for the audience.
He chose to say laboratory because he thought it'd make him sound smarter.
Yeah.
See, you can see all the choices behind behind words even.
I'm more smarter than you.
I know you are. That's why I have to overcompensate by, drawing my words out like that, make them sound longer than they are.
Is this episode really about choices, or is it about insecurities? Or
It's
being
about all sorts
insecure
of
about our
things.
choices?
I think it's all tied in. That guy Foss, honestly.
But I'm not insecure. I chose to not be insecure.
This is the goth conversion podcast.
Yeah, it's all sorts of things. So Tomas, you wake up. You wake up in this lab, as you would like to call it, because you're not that smart. Not as smart
American.
as I am. Yeah. So you wake up in a lab with a thing attached to your head, right?
A helmet?
A helmet, you might call it, right? And you look to your right, and there is your most precious loved one.
All right.
Say your mother, or your
you said precious loved one.
your wife.
All right.
So your wife is right across from you, and she's also wearing this helmet. And each of you,
matching helmets?
Yeah, matching helmets.
Oh, that's cute.
And there's a man there, crazy evil looking man.
Oh.
And he tells you, specifically you, Tomas.
Yeah.
Because your wife is unconscious, and he tells you,
it's hot.
You have these two buttons, okay? One button, you have to you press this button and you die instantly.
Okay.
And painfully.
Okay.
Painfully, but instantly. It happens quickly, but you still feel it.
All right.
And if you die, your wife is released, okay?
Mm.
But if you press the other button, your wife is brutally murdered. Her brain just becomes fucking soup.
What happens to me?
You're released and you're free to go.
Oh, she's down.
No regard for what about your wife?
I can get a new one.
Fuck them hoes.
I mean, how long have you been with your wife, Tomas? I don't mean to pry, but I mean it doesn't sound like you're too attached.
I can be attached to someone else. I get easily attached.
There's plenty of fish in the sea, bro.
Yeah.
That's I suppose that's a good attitude to have.
Very self-serving.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. I'm not suicidal.
Would you do it differently? Get stabbed?
I have a different answer, but I don't think I'll do it here.
Why not?
You press both, don't you?
You don't have to be making jokes all the time. Get stabbed. This isn't a joke podcast. This is a serious podcast where we're just asking questions and we're trying to get to know each other. We're trying to find out like what makes humanity as a whole tick. Because I think we have a good spattering of people here. You know, we got some POCs. We've got some no women yet on this podcast, but I mean, you know, we'll get some girls on here at some point.
We know what girls are.
I'm afraid of women, so if you do that, I won't show up.
All right. Well, we're not gonna have any no girls on. I mean, if are there any like? What if we get like voicemails? If they call in like voicemails, is that okay?
I don't know. The female voice, man, it's like knives in the soul. My heart. It's like a clamp.
It just makes you clutch your gun. Like I can't believe they exist. Like that type of stuff.
It hurts. Just hearing it hurts.
All right, ladies. We love you, but please don't call in to this podcast because
they're scared.
You're gonna hurt our guests, and we don't want that. We're just a peace loving podcast here.
It doesn't matter if they're hurt or not. Girls will always find a way to hurt me. That's just how it is, man.
Yeah.
Whatever, Spinell.
Well, I'm here to do everything in my power to stop that from happening. That guy Foss. I'm here to protect you. You're all my children, and I'm here to keep you from harm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cameron Clarke. It's good to know I have your protection.
At least in the hour to 4 hours in which we record this podcast, you have my full protection. If anybody comes to hurt you, just tell me about it.
Thank you. It's good to know that I'm protected here on the Condom Clarke Show.
Okay. So that guy Foss. So I have a question for you. So we're talking about choices. All right.
Oh God, question about choice. All right.
All right. So all right. So there's this train, right?
Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm playing your train situation.
All right, the train is speeding down the tracks. That guy falls. All right, and
I see the train in my mind's eye.
all right, it's about to run over like a bunch of people. There's like a little Mexican woman. There's like a little kid, and there's
Children and
mommy and
Mexicans
daddy.
dead, just dead. So I don't even need to hear the rest of this.
There's
No, I'm kidding.
There's like celebrities. There's your favorite celebrity. He's also there. He or she, I should say. I don't mean to assume.
My favorite celebrities all turn out to be dicks, anyways.
Yeah.
Dead.
Oh, and then so you see this happening, and you can run over and you can pull the lever that switches the tracks, and you can switch it over to the track that only contains your wife.
Bitch is dead. Despite as much as all those other people, nah, wife, she's fucking dead. Fucking whore. As much as all those other people can get bent, she can get bent to your fucking slut whore. Fuck you, you cunt. You broke my heart, you stupid bitch. I hope that train mangles and turns you into a pulpy mess. I'm sorry, I got a little carried away there.
Don't you ever fucking think that you're Peter fucking Steele? Do you lift weights? Do you have black fucking hair? Are you 7.5 feet fucking tall? No, I don't think so. So I guess you don't get to talk like that now, do you?
It's Peter Steele.
Oh, you fucking motherfucker!
It's another goth icon.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking have a fucking goth spasm. Oh!
Get stabbed. What do you do in this situation with the
In this situation, someone bring out bloody kisses. I'm gonna fucking. You need hit with 4 CDs.
the Typo Negative album, of course.
God fucking damn it! You don't know who fucking Peter Steele is?
Should I?
Did he invent steel?
He invented goth and sadness.
Look, I never actually claimed to be a goth. This is just like something people have labeled.
These are the goth tryouts, and you're already here trying to just remove his credit. You know.
Here's the wrong fucking bell. When you're wrong, I'm gonna start shaking it.
What do you do? Get stabbed in the situation with the train?
And it's gonna kill my wife.
Yes.
Or everybody who I think is cool.
Yeah, but also your wife is also pregnant with she got raped by this is I'm not talking.
Wait. Not my baby.
Don't take this. I'm not trying to be personal here, but this is a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Your wife has been raped by her father, so this is an incest rape baby that your wife is pregnant with. That
dude, don't pay child support on that fucking incest rape baby.
He does not want to abort it. She wants you to raise it. What do you do?
Take that bitch down the stairs.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, I like my wife, so we can always worry about the crazy incester babies later.
So
I know a trick. Here's an old trick.
Yeah.
You take yourself a quarter, and then a nickel, and then a penny, and you put it on the track, and then the train will derail.
So you derail the train, and you kill possibly hundreds of people who are on the train.
That are outside of my monkey sphere that I don't know, and the people probably wouldn't actually die since they're actually inside the cart.
But you don't know the Mexican family on the other side of the tracks.
No specification if this is going into a tunnel, no specifications if this is on an open plains. I am at leisure to pick some of the things here that happen.
No, you're not. I choose.
No. As co-host, I invoke co-host's oath.
As
right
host
now,
I choose what happens on the podcast. Okay.
Do not fucking rebut. No, you cannot conjuncture me at this point.
I'm gonna conjuncture the shit out of you, and you know what?
Can we have this train run over somebody else? Because I'm actually cool with Mexicans. Like maybe like a big group of French people or something.
Do you hear that? Gavel.
No, it has to be the people you like the most.
Gavel.
Yeah. Okay.
Order.
Yeah.
Are the Mexicans also pregnant?
Yeah. Everyone's
pregnant.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking pregnant. All of them are pregnant. Yeah, we're saving newborns here, and you may have some hurt people, but they're not gonna be too fucked up. And yeah, you've done a lot of damage to a train, but you know what?
Yeah, well, how big a train is it? And you never said it was a passenger train. Never said it was a passenger train.
Yeah, it never says a passenger train. What if it's a bunch of gay coal? Then what?
Okay, it's a passenger train then.
Then even still, they're not dying. It's a car. It's moving.
It's full of TNT. As soon as it goes down, it's exploding.
Shut up, Mr. Hypothetical to make it win. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no. So you got to kill your wife with her incest rape baby, or all the people you think are the coolest in the world, or just hundreds of innocent people.
Why not all of them?
This is the thing about Nietzsche, right? Is that he would. I guess.
Oh God, Nietzsche. Oh.
I don't get that.
Oh, goth gold medal right here.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go with the strangers bit.
For the record, it's pronounced Nisha.
That's really good. Nietzsche. It's nature. Nietzsche.
All right. So, Chad Virginson.
Yes.
You discover that your best friend's boyfriend is cheating. What do? Do you tell her, or do you keep it a secret?
Yeah, probably tell her.
Because she's a lesbian, by the way. It's her. I say boyfriend, but it's a girl.
Okay, so
No chance of a rebound. Yeah.
This isn't really. Okay, wait. Do I know the girlfriend well?
Yeah. Best
I
friends.
know that. Wait, no. I know him. No, one of them's my best friend, and the
Your
other
best friends
one's
with
just
all of them.
Okay, so it's just like, so I'm friends with. So I'm the gay friend in this situation or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably just tell him, just whatever.
Even though this is your other best friend, and you're fucking them both over. Really.
I blackmailed. Yeah, I blackmail one of them.
Okay.
I can turn this to a profit.
So there's really no winning in this situation. You know,
Only me.
Cheating.
I'm winning.
Cheating is tragic, in my opinion. I don't know about other people. I don't know where they stand, but I think it's a sad thing. People cheat on each other.
Yep.
Life gives you lemons. You gotta make lemonade. Blackmail that bitch.
I got questions here. All right, let me see. I'm fucking Tomas.
I'm here. What?
All right.
What I miss?
Okay. All right. So
Give us a hit.
All right, I got a question for you. All right. So
I got an answer.
All right. So a man falls in love, right, with a princess. Okay.
What kind of princess?
A very beautiful one. She's got very long blonde hair.
Which Disney movie?
It's Elsa.
She's a mix between both of the sisters from Frozen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's not blonde anymore then. So that's gonna be like.
It's like a dark blonde. It's like a dirty blonde. Yeah. Strawberry blonde, you could say.
Okay.
Yeah. So the man falls in love with this beautiful princess who looks like the mix of the Frozen sisters, and her father finds out, who is this barbaric, tyrannical king.
Yeah.
And he is pissed because this is a lowly peasant.
Is that brown? Oh.
Yeah, he's not royalty or anybody important, and he doesn't want to marry his princess daughter off to some fucking poor kid, He wants to hook up with other rich royal families.
So can I just still hook up with her?
Well, look.
Who cares what the king thinks?
Well, this is back in the day when your parents' thoughts really mattered.
Oh.
If you didn't do what your mom and dad said, and you didn't marry who you're supposed to marry to make sure that the money stayed where it needed to stay, you were fucked.
Yeah, this was back before you could just dismiss everything that your parents say with a "shut up, boomer."
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
So-
it was before the golden age.
Yeah. So
We're in the golden age of parenting.
We are in the golden age of parenting. Anytime they say something out of line, you gonna boomer me today, Mom? Ooh.
All right, Tomas. So
Yeah.
So the king is pissed off, of course, that his daughter has fallen in love with this peasant boy, and he is going to punish this kid.
Which
He's
kid?
The one who has fallen in love with his daughter, right? And we'll just say that it's say that it's you in this case, all right? This is you who's fallen in love with the beautiful princess.
Yeah.
first of all, he puts you in this giant like a arena sort of thing with 2 doors. You're in front of these 2 doors. Okay.
Okay, what does the door lead to?
One door, he tells you, contains a tiger, a vicious tiger that as soon as you open the door, it's gonna fucking tear you apart.
I
Right?
picked the tiger guitar up too.
The other room contains a beautiful maiden who will marry you and bear your children. But this is not the woman you fell in love with. This is just completely other.
How does the maiden look?
She's got like browner hair, but she's got those Angelina Jolie lips.
Oh yeah.
Little bit of a big forehead. She's not as good looking as the princess.
Oh.
But she is your type. Definitely your type.
All right.
Okay. So you have a choice, okay, between these two doors, and you don't know which is which.
What?
And now, look.
Can't do.
So before any of this, the princess heard these plans, right? Heard the plans that the king was setting up with his loyal subjects who put the thing together, right?
Yeah.
And she found out which door contained which.
Okay.
And she tells you.
Now I know.
But do you believe her? Because keep in mind,
Is this going somewhere?
It's going somewhere. The door that the princess. I mean, why would she want you to choose the maiden so you could live your life with somebody else? Would you trust her?
Maybe she's just a cuck.
The choice is either you die or she gets cucked, basically.
Yeah. I choose she gets cucked.
Do you trust her though?
Yeah, why would she lie?
Because then she has to watch you go and start a family and become you're instantly married, by the way, to this maiden. As soon as you open the door and you see her there, she kisses you and you're married, and then you have to fornicate.
Is this some type of sexy fantasy? What are we doing here?
I mean, it's just something to think about. Do you trust her, Tomas?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to say you're instantly torn apart by the tiger.
What?
Oh no!
You die.
Fuck you! Ooh, you made the sexy wrong decision now, didn't you, bitch? Ooh, yeah, fucked.
Is it possible to seduce the tiger? I'm just asking for a friend.
No, it kills you.
Okay.
It kills you immediately.
It's got a spiked
I can seduce
dick.
the tiger.
It's got a cat-style dick with spikes on it. You're fucking weird. They have bones. They have bones in their dick. We're the only animal that doesn't have like dick bones.
I mean, it becomes a bone.
Then why did they call it a boner?
Yeah.
Because it gets like, like a
Oh, stumbling on some words there.
This is why humans are the most beautiful creatures on Earth. Because we have penises that are soft and versatile, and just can become hard and bone-like.
But that's not really a great hypothetical situation you set up there anyways, because it's like quick death by tiger or slow death by marriage. What are you trying to get at here?
It's a loveless marriage to a woman that you are not in love with. You're in love with another woman.
Loveless marriage is redundant, bro.
Yeah.
But you could have been married to she was a princess too. Like, you would have been rich.
Oh, there is no such thing as a princess. They're all whores. They say they're princesses, but then when it comes down to it, you turn your back and they're at the bar with some fucking asshole. And next thing you know...
You're speaking out of experience.
No, these are hypotheticals. Everything here is a hypothetical.
So I guess on this subject, we better ask you, DatGuyFoss, which Joker would you consider yourself to be?
The Cesar Romero Joker.
Okay, the one with the mustache.
Hell yeah, that dude was cool, and he had all those oversized bombs and shit. Man, that guy was the man. He had the best makeup too.
And you can relate to that guy the most out of all the Jokers.
He truly was the clown prince of crime. That guy, he was pretty funny. I definitely enjoyed his shenanigans and his antics.
Yeah, other than that and the Jack Nicholson one, they're all a little emo, I would say. All those Jokers.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, man. The Heath Ledger thing wasn't too bad, but then, oh, God, Jared Leto came around, and it's like, oh, bro, what did you do to your teeth?
Then this new Joker, looks like looks good, but it's a incel fantasy.
Hey man, you know what? We need more incel representation in the comic book community. That's exactly what the comic book community needs, is more incel representation. I don't know anything about this new Joker, but I just heard this guy represents incels, and I'm like, you know what, my man.
Do you think if there's more incel representation, there would be less incel shootings?
Exactly. He's there for us, to guide us, to show us the light. He's not just Joker. He's like Jesus.
You see all these think pieces scared of this Joker movie that's going to be fueling these white incel
they're scared
fantasies.
Because they know the truth. They know that it's not fantasy, it's already reality, man. They're just scared because he represents what the true reality is.
Yeah. I think if the incels who maybe would relate to this, if they'd go and see that movie, maybe they'd feel a little bit less bad about themselves. They'd be a little less inclined to go shoot up a movie theater, unless it's the movie theater they're already in to see that movie.
Yeah,
they're probably already shooting it up.
Instead of using your incelery to shoot up a movie theater, use it to rob a bank. Do something productive, man. Like the man.
You don't have to die in the process.
Well, statistically, you're likely to get away with robbing a bank, so you should do that.
Totally. Bank robberies are cool. Shooting up schools is lame, okay? Don't shoot up schools. It's fucking lame, bro. Why would you... Nobody has respect for school shooters. They're all fucking lame.
What if you target only the girls?
Well, that's fucking
that's
cool.
sexist, okay? That is sexist. I will not have that sexery.
But they're incel.
I feel like the incel nation is totally misunderstood in this day and age. They can't help it that they can't get laid. They're just bad people.
No, it's the woman's fault.
Everything is a woman's fault. They can't help it either. They're women.
As a wise man once said, some people say there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault.
There's always a woman to blame, okay? It is their fault. They can't help it. It's just what they do. But we just need to forgive them for being awful puddles of biological waste. It's about forgiveness.
That's all of humanity when you really think about it.
Yawn.
Get stabbed as a feminist. You don't agree with this.
Oh, as a feminist, to dunk your ass in the fucking toilet and flush some shitty thoughts right out of your head.
I mean, you can't really argue with experience, though.
As far as
whatever shit that guy Foss has gone through.
I mean, just because you're getting with people you're not compatible with, or just shitty people to begin with, doesn't mean that the entire net population of women would be shitty.
I disagree.
Look, it doesn't matter whether I have experience or not. I'm going to be right, even if I haven't gone through it, because that's how the brain works. I choose to be right. That's my choice.
Love this meme.
I want government mandated GF.
Oh, get stabbed. You sound like you're. I mean, this is mournful guitar playing. I'd say mournful and annoyed. A little bit annoyed.
How much of that guitar playing is actually going in the episode?
All of it. Yeah. I'm gonna put phasers on it though.
We're doing art.
Yeah. This is an art cast after all.
By the way, the official tuning for this guitar, which is a new one, is.
Are you gonna tell us the notes so we can?
Yeah, this is F flat as fuck, B flat as fuck, G, E, and then E flat. So together.
That's the official Get Stabbed guitar tuner. So if anybody wants to tune their guitar to this and send us a fan song in that
Too
tuning,
lazy.
yeah, that'd be great. We can get some Get Stabbed style fan song.
I don't know how to play guitar. I only have it for display.
Tomas, so your homework for the next episode is to
Listen to
tune your
noise
guitar.
records.
That too. You got a lot of homework, Tomas. I mean, I know you might not be. You're out of school, right?
I dropped out.
Dropped out.
Sick.
Good. You know what? School's for fucking suckers,
School's
and now
for
you have more time to
successes.
cram for your podcast studies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you should go to school so you can learn what modern art is all about. Don't make the same mistakes I made.
I don't want to learn about modern art.
No, go to school because otherwise you'll end up like me, ignorant and alone. You'll be some poor hipster goth who just says horrible things about women on some podcast that only some whiny motherfucker tears to shreds. Don't be me! Don't be me! Don't! Learn from my mistakes! Just be
I wanna
that
be you,
gross,
actually.
square kid!
Yeah.
Go to
What if he wants to be
school.
you?
I mean, I hear, like, I'm some fucking impressionable kid right now, hypothetically listening to you on this podcast, and you sound really
impressed as
cool.
fuck.
You sound really cool and charismatic. I mean, like, just objectively, I would say.
That's what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah, I want to be exactly like that guy Foss.
Hey kids, have you tried injecting bleach straight into your veins? Gets you fucked up real good. You should try it. It's fucking sweet.
You see, as an impressionable kid, that's something I would think is like hilarious, and I want to be just like that guy
The
Foss.
Cameron Clarke show does not condone shooting bleach directly into your veins to get
No,
a
it does,
sweet
it
buzz.
does,
Don't
it
do it.
does.
Chad
No, Cameron,
Virginson
don't.
definitely does. I
Do it,
inject
yeah.
it.
Get it in,
Fine.
get it in.
Tomas, we need you to be a better person than the rest of us, because it's agreed that this podcast is mostly hopeless, but there's still a chance for you.
What are you talking about?
As the shining
I have a
star.
bright future ahead of me.
No, I'm sorry, that star is burnt out, and it's crashed into some uninhabited planet that no one will ever see.
You do realize that stars are bigger than planets, right?
You know what? I don't care what science has to say because I choose to use the words that I feel like saying. It's all about choices here on the Cameron Clarke show.
It is.
Even if
All
it's
right.
not the right choice.
And I think we're gonna try to close it out here. We're gonna cycle through the VC here right now. We're gonna ask everybody one final question, and then we're gonna wrap it up. All right. So, Chad Virginson,
Yeah.
what is the hardest decision you've ever made? The hardest choice?
Yeah, I don't got anything.
Nothing.
No.
Most tore up you ever been about having to decide about something, like maybe a decision that you've regretted after you made it.
Yeah, I renamed a file on my computer, and I had to like locate a ton of shit, and that was kind of annoying. So I'm gonna say that.
Wow.
Okay. All right. That guy Foss. What is the hardest decision you've ever made in your life?
Dumping my girlfriend to pursue my hipster goth rock career.
How did that?
Why
was-
did you
it was
do
the
that?
wrong
You know you can
choice.
do
It
both
was the
things.
wrong
Are you a
choice.
fucking moron? Are you a fucking moron? You can do both fucking things. What are you doing?
Well, no, he's
What?
got it was a preppy girlfriend.
I thought she was gonna get in the way of my getting groupies. Okay, she
was his job.
She was just a weight. She was weighing me down, bro.
You admitted that the only groupies are fat chicks.
Basically, I got one
As I
GF.
said
I'm gonna
before,
bet this one
I made
GF
the wrong
on 17
choice.
others. Let's see if I win. I'm gonna
I
bet my
made
one
the wrong
GF on
choice, guys.
17
How often
others.
do I have to say this tonight?
So I think the one takeaway for that guy Foss is that maybe you should be a little more indecisive. Maybe
One
indecision
takeaway is
isn't
I've been wrong.
worst quality to
Do
have.
not listen to me under any circumstances.
Well, no,
Then why would we listen to
everybody's
that?
gonna listen to you because you're the coolest guy on this podcast, and everybody's gonna want to follow. You're like the more you tell people to not be like you, the more they're gonna want to be like you
How can I be the
because you're being humble.
the coolest guy? How can
Yeah,
I be the
thanks
coolest
for the
guy
humble
when
brag.
we have two guys on here named Chad Virginson and another dude named Get Stabbed? How can I compete with that?
It's just
In terms of
your,
what?
your natural charisma.
I'm not proud of this name. Okay.
Whatever, I love that name. It's fucking sweet.
You want
It's a
it?
good name.
You can have
I
it.
don't want it. No, it's yours. It's,
I don't want it either. I'm just
Do you like
stuck
my
with it
name?
now.
Yeah, who wants
Tomas,
I'll take
you're a
Tomas.
great human being, no matter what your name is.
Thank you.
All right. Get Stabbed.
Hi, yeah.
What was the hardest decision you've ever made?
The hardest decision I ever made was one that froze me in fear because I had shit my pants in McDonald's because I was very sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd you get sick?
I just had very bad stomach sickness that came over me all of a sudden, and I was already sick for the day, and I was also in a traveling situation.
Why didn't you just use the restroom?
I didn't make it to the restroom, and then I was frozen in shit fear.
That tends to happen. Sorry, I don't mean to. I don't want to like humiliate you here on the podcast.
I'm so humiliated.
That's some humiliated guitar.
Yeah. Tomas, what is the hardest decision you've ever made? Most difficult decision?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I'd say we're great friends, Tomas, but I don't know you as intimately as I would like.
I don't make hard decisions. They're all easy for me.
That's why. So what was the hardest of all of your easy decisions?
What's we for breakfast, I guess?
What were your choices?
Wasn't that a hard decision to go straight edge, Tomas?
No, I mean, I just can't believe that you're not having these choices like, well, do I do a regular piss or a chunky piss today?
No, guys.
I just
Tomas.
You don't pick?
I don't pick, no.
You gotta get to what's important.
You've never
What are your
done
breakfast options? What did you have in your cabinets?
Stop. This is weird. You've never done the old chunky piss?
What's a chunky piss?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
This
you're
is worse than
lonesome
the
on
not
this
knowing
one.
typo negative question. This is actually worse.
You're in the lonesome on talking about chunky piss, I think.
No, it's a medical thing.
Yeah, it is a medical thing.
Well, I don't have any medical things, I guess.
All dudes get to pick before they go.
I cannot get in a podcast with Get Stabbed without him referencing Chunky Nut in some way. It's just, it can't get...
Oh, yeah. Fuck. You're right. Chad Virginson. You're 100% right. I have to ask, DatGuyFoss, what is your favorite Toby Keith song?
Hold on. Oh, I pulled out my notes and Toby Keith isn't on it. Toby Keith can get fucked. He's a big guy.
Whoa. What do you mean? Toby Keith is a...
I ain't as good as I once was.
Well, what I mean to say is, I don't like his music.
Nobody
I don't
actually
remember
likes his
whatever
music,
anybody
but it's
sounds
always
like.
on.
Well, I don't care.
So what Toby Keith songs do you know?
I do not remember any off the top of my head. I was just going for the controversial statement of the night.
Oh, well, you got it.
Am I
Because
gonna
we're all
get,
huge Toby Keith fans in here, so...
am I going to get canceled for saying Toby Keith is a queer or something? Like,
Yeah,
I have a feeling this is not going to go over well at all.
I'm gonna have to cut you out of the whole episode now and take you out of all the promos.
Oh, man, there goes my Twitter account.
Yeah, sorry. All right. I guess that's it for the choices. We got a little bit sidetracked.
What about you, Cameron? What's the hardest choice you made?
The hardest choice I ever made?
Yeah.
Well, this show's not about me. This
It's not the Cameron Clark show.
I know, but I'm the one asking you.
show's
So
about the people. We don't ask Cameron Clark questions.
I didn't ask for consent.
What is the best decision you've ever chosen to choice?
Starting a podcast.
Get Stabbed. Can we get the wrong bell in here?
What? What do you want?
Can we get the wrong bell for Cameron Clark's answer?
Wrong.
Yeah, whatever you chose to do, podcasting was not the best decision you made. Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Get Stabbed. Ring the wrong bell.
Look at what we're doing in here. We're having an amazing time podcasting, talking about choices. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being an asshole now.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 hours since I've had a cigarette. So
Oh, you should just light one up right now.
no, like smoking indoors in California is not like legal.
Yeah,
Good. I live in California.
Yeah, Tomas smokes inside.
I don't like people smoking inside. They can all leave.
Like
Wow.
I don't actually even like smoking inside myself. Like I always go outside to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hate secondhand smoke.
We'll let everybody go take their smoke breaks then. This has been the Cameron Clark Show, everybody. Thank you so much for listening.
What was my homework?
Yeah. Oh, your homework? Watch Eraserhead.
Watch Eraserhead.
Yeah.
Eraserhead, Steven Universe, Noise Rock. It'll be a great next
That guy.
episode.
Foss.
Oh yeah, and keep a dream diary, dream journal.
That guy. Foss.
All right, everybody's gonna watch Steven Universe and listen to noise.
I'm not watching
music.
Steven Universe. I'll get
You're
high.
watching fucking Steven Universe. You're
I'm
gonna
not
learn.
watching your fucking gay ass cartoon.
No, listen to me.
Go fuck yourself
doing
with
it.
your trans
You're gonna
inclusion
learn
gay ass cartoons.
about
I don't
the
give a
jazz.
fuck.
It's not trans inclusive.
I don't
The
give a
gems don't have a
fuck.
gender.
Your fucking feelings. Tell this motherfucker about feelings.
I don't give a fuck about
Feelings are
feelings.
fucking gay. Don't have them.
And
I
they're
don't give a shit about
genderless.
this gender shit. I don't give a fuck.
There's no genders. There's no genders. There's no fighting.
You're a
Just
fucking.
I'll listen
You're not
to
even a fucking first
Dream
responder.
Journal and get high, but I'm not watching fucking Steven
First
Universe.
responder.
Look, we're all getting high and writing down dream journals and watching Steven Universe and listening to noise rock like a bunch
I'm not
of
watching
fucking
fucking
hippies.
Steven Universe. Fuck that
Chad
shit.
Virginson is gonna come back and he's gonna be the biggest fucking Steven Universe fan you've ever heard.
Damn it, Chad
Episode
Virginson,
50,
conform. Conform.
Fuck you.
Just conform. Conformity
Fuck
is
you.
where it's at. Conformity is where it's
How
at.
is this a goth podcast when you're saying conform?
Because conformity is the only true rebellion because everybody's non-conforming now, okay? It
That's
works.
true.